live from the Homewood Flossmoor Fieldhouse at the North Campus. My name's Kevin Giebeck.
And I'm Khalil Fargo.
And tonight we have a wrestling matchup between the HF Vikings and the Bradley-Bourbonnais Boilermakers. Tonight we got some great matchups. What do you got to take on them?
Definitely. You talk about these matchups, and the first thing that comes to mind is the experience. The experience that a lot of these wrestlers has, not only on the HF side, but also on the Bradley-Bourbonnais side. So that's the one thing I'm excited to see. Just the presence of these number of state wrestlers we're in the presence of right now is just so exciting to be here.
Yeah, for me, I really want to see the 113. Preston talked about this in the pregame. Mm-hmm. This is definitely the game we want to see because two top, state players are really in this matchup, and I think it can go either way. But I'm obviously going to lean towards HF just based on the performance on last year's state matchup.
Definitely. The one thing that HF has been really good about throughout the years of the program is consistency, constantly sending players downstate. And that goes back to the program and the principles that they have set up at the program. And you talk about what Coach Sacco has done for this program, the principles that he's instilled. They've got the 2 practices a day, 5:30 a.m. and then right after school. So that consistency, that dedication right there sets the stage for these players to be successful.
Yeah, HF's got 5 top 15 ranked players at their weight, and even Bradley-Bourbonnais got 3 of their own. So we got some powerhouses in here tonight, some great matchups, and I'm just ready to see what's going to happen tonight on the mat.
Definitely. You see how both teams carried themselves. We saw in the warm-up, they were very uniform. Both teams, when they came to warm, they were one unit. They moved as one. This is a family-like coaching, and we're going to see that on the mat. They've got each other's brothers back tonight.
Oh, sure. We're going to start, right away with the 170 weight class, and right away we start that ranked matchup, right? And I just want to see, starting off with the hot hitters, fast play. I want to see, who's going to make some great escapes, some reversals, some pin downs. I want to see some quick action making made.
Definitely.
All right, we're going to go take a quick interview. We're going to look at what Preston had to say about tonight's matchups.
So the big match tonight is the 113 weight class, and for HF, it'll be Johnson, who's currently ranked number 5. Bradley, it'll be Spatch, who's currently ranked number 5. Both of them finished top 5 at state last year, and this should be a match you would want to watch.
And we're back, and we're starting off with the John Falasino taking on against Logan M. Smith. Right away, we're going in. It looks like HF got up with 2 points. Some tight contact right now. Right, looking at the pin right now. What do you got to take right now so far on the match?
Definitely. The fast start is really what's captivated me. He's got him out. He's got him out on his back, and he's got him working. He's got that endurance going.
He's kind of pinning him. You can see him. He's grabbing those elbows. If you can see the close shot, we can clearly see he's locking up those arms, restricting movement here. We can clearly see he's getting the over position, just pretty much dominating Bradley-Bourbonnais right away. And we can clearly see, John is a top player. He clearly knows the strategy to go down.
Definitely. He's coming out fast. He's letting know who's the dominant one in this match. He's coming out fast, hot.
Yep, he always has that left hand pin, as we can see, just kind of crosses it back against his other hand. He only has his right hand free, but he clearly can't get out of it. And it's really tight right now. At any moment, we can clearly see any points coming down. But right now, clearly see John is just taking the lead and just clearly being in control of this match.
Yeah, he's got Bradley-Bourbonnais there. He's got him working. He's got him working, making him earn his points.
He kind of got it pinned. Now he looks like grabbing under the arm, under the thigh, quickly trying to get, a flip maybe. Ref's looking down, trying to see if there's anything, and he just kind of spin.
Referee's got a tight view on this one.
Yeah, it's pretty much like a pretzel in a sense. That's how I kind of see wrestling. Every match kind of sees what pretzel is going to really be formed and who's really going to be the one making the pretzels.
Hey, I love a good pretzel.
Yeah, ref's now all the way down the mat trying to see what's happening. Bradley-Bourbonnais seems to be letting go, kind of getting more position, more control now.
Letting Bradley come back and gain some type of control here.
Kind of slowing down from the early start, kind of the big crunch, now some more openness with the players. But John's still on top, still kind of dominating Bradley right now.
Yeah, it gave him a few minutes to recover, got him up on his back, gave him a few minutes to catch his breath, recovery after that fast start there we saw.
Yeah, we already see Smith whistle blown, but Smith looked like he was really outpaced there. You can really see he's losing energy. John looks like he barely broke a sweat in that matchup.
Definitely, and that goes back to the endurance factor. We know wrestling involves a lot of endurance, a lot of going back and forth. And when that comes into play, you really see in these matches how they start off. The faster they start off, I believe that's the more endurance that they have because they're ready to go.
Yep, getting ready to start again. We're gonna see John with the hold, waiting for the ref to call it. It's definitely an interesting game. Wrestling at any moment, anybody really could take control. It's not like basketball where if you get down 15, it's really tough to come back. But in wrestling, it just takes milliseconds to really switch control and take the lead in that sense.
Yeah, definitely. It can be flipped on a coin just like that. And those moves also are very meticulous and very planned out. You want to anticipate what your opponent is doing at every second in the match.
Yeah, right now John's got got Smith's legs in between him, really controlling him, preventing any really escape from going on. John's coming in at 6-3, as a returning state qualifier, so he knows how to get into the mind of the other players and truly knows the best way to keep people locked up and pretty much just preventing any type of movement.
Definitely, and that's been his technique. That's been his bread and butter so far. Coming out with that fast start, restricting them, and definitely just making them play his game.
Yeah, but, we just had a quick break, just got both players back on their feet. Once again, John just knows how to just pin Smith down on the mat. I mean, Smith really got to take some control and just take some urgency to kind of flip the tides.
Definitely, he's got to, but he's making him use the energy there. He's going to be quite gassed.
Yeah, it's not something you want to see because, in a sense, while wrestling's a quick power match, you also want to have some endurance, right? You need to have some conditioning, and when you're not going to be given out, the first couple seconds, you're not going to make it because sometimes it could be a sprint, but sometimes it could be a mile.
Absolutely, that sprint versus marathon, the big argument that they always have. Do you want to come out as a sprinter or do you want to be the guy that runs the marathon? You definitely have to make that choice early in the match and make it wisely.
Yeah, but John, right away start off with the wins. He's not really more of a chess player. I see him more of as a blitz, quick position taker in my sense.
Definitely send the house at him.
Yeah, right now he's still on top, still dominating him right now. I'm quite surprised that Smith's not trying to take over position because Smith's just been, laying on top of the entire match so far.
Definitely, in that focus, we see John's focusing up on that arm movement, restricting him, making him the dominant one in this matchup.
Yeah, he always is restricting right now the left hand. He always is really leaving that right hand sometimes exposed, sometimes extended, but making sure that left hand's either, put behind his back or at least just locked between both of John's arms.
Definitely using all that strength, putting all that on his left side of the body, giving his other side some leeway there.
Sometimes I always worry sometimes with these wrestling matches because as you see with Smith looked like he was struggling to breathe at some moments in that match just because of how constricting John has become.
Definitely, that's something that a lot of players, they pay close attention to. That's also why we have the referees here to monitor that. Because like you said, wrestling, anything can happen. You have those tight submissive formations that really can restrict the player's breathing.
Just right there, Smith started with the position, right away before the whistle on top of John, but then John right away, just a quick reversal, kind of escaped and right back on top. He's able just to lock Smith all together and just prevent any movement. As you can clearly see, another pretzel movement.
Yeah, that nice camera angle really showed the struggle that Smith is having right now. He's fighting.
Yeah, right now he's got both. He's kind of crossing his legs together and just preventing any type of movement right now. Great game so far. Great match.
Definitely. The HF bench it's hype. They're hyped starting off the match here.
Looks like Sako's taking, quick words. You're grouping guys together, trying to get a big, word up, just trying to get some energy up there. But, a
great way
game.
to start off for HF. They came out of the gates fast and looks like they're executing their game plan to a T so far.
Yeah, John, he really knows what to do. He came out the energy. That's what you want to see, a tone setter, setting up the team saying, hey, man, I set the tone. I'm able to let us take the lead, take the, just showing their strength as a team overall.
And for him, he's not your average guy. I mean, top 15 in the state last year.
Yep, and then at the 182 class, HF forfeited that match, and I believe Caden Gear is going to be the one taking the win for that one. But then we're going to go right away into the 195 where we got Johnson Santiago and AJ Manchin. John, is coming in at a 1-5 record, not the best start. But obviously, he's a sophomore. He's still learning, and I think he's got potential here.
Definitely. Very early on in the season, when you're a coach at this point, you want to look for room and improvement, whether it's in practice or whether it's in match or tournament. You always want to look for improvement. And that's the thing that I think Coach Soccer is going to see out of him tonight.
Yep, even just starting right away, we can clearly see between the two matches just the contrasting, differences. In John's matchup, or the second John in this, Santiago, I guess we've got to lose last names now. Santiago is definitely doing a different strategy by using more, upper, movement instead of just quickly kind of collapsing, kind of,
get him down to the ground. Absolutely.
Yeah. But I think both players understand that it's not about kind of pinning the players, but it's kind of using that strength and kind of just breaking down the other player.
Therefore, you want to kind of stay in your own ballpark with the wrestling. You always want to stay to what caters to you the best, because you don't want to get put into a predicament where you're just completely lost and you're gassed and you're struggling.
Yeah, Manchia looked just right there. He's able to get Santiago in a chokehold, something you don't want to see because right now, HF's now on the disadvantage, and Santiago's now got the potential to continue his, control of the match. Starting it up again. once again, top players, kind of see who's going to be able to pick the other person up. Because when you get to these higher weight classes, it's about kind of pretty much, a takedown. I see a WWE, pick up, slam on the mat.
The big slam down and really gets the crowd going, really showcase that upper body strength, something that we know the HF program, they work on today. We know we have a great HF Performance Center upstairs here in this beautiful venue that we're in. They utilize it a lot, and they really focus on that upper body strength. And we're seeing it here, the focus, and it's working quite well for them to start off.
Yeah, but now going back to the going to Fulgencio's kind of, I guess, strategy, kind of pinning people. Once again, you kind of see the legs cross between Santiago's left leg, kind of racing it up, preventing any potential kind of push himself off the ground.
And we saw Fantasy on that last match utilize a lot of his, leaned a lot heavily on that left side of his body, leaving that leeway for his right side of his body. And definitely we see here more of kind of a similar strategy, but from Bradley here.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot less of kind of, I guess, pinning and kind of just kind of, I guess, caressing or kind of just controlling the other player. It's more of just kind of using your body weight and kind of just topple the person and kind of just take out of their energy.
Definitely. Tire them out, that's the big thing. You topple them, you have control. They're in your ballpark, so now they're playing your game essentially.
Yeah, you got Manchia back into that chokehold a lot. A very key move, I think, by Manchia. He seems to really like this kind of, I guess, positioning. He's not a very guy that kind of like to tighten up the arms or the legs, but really gets into that chokehold and tighten it up.
Definitely. We saw there he's taking full advantage of it. And, John, he's struggling there a bit to start off.
Manchia also has the height advantage, so I think that's also going to allow him, obviously having, I guess, a greater, reach, whether it be arm or length or rather, I guess, leg length. You kind of have the potential to kind of go farther, get a greater grip and greater distance on the player.
You definitely have more control. The longer your arm is, the more control you are able to have. And that's when you see a lot of those players, they're in the gym, those practicing those vertical drills, whatever they do can to extend their reach, because we see here in this matchup it's really working well for Bradley here.
HF just tried to go for a takedown and just got reversed by Bradley-Bourbonnais, who's now able to pin him on the ground. Got him kind of twisted up, back split.
He's got him. He's struggling there. Oh.
He's about to go. He's really pushing. Refs counting, refs looking, and refs counted. Oh, not a great start, but it is what it is. It's all learning experience. But the win goes to Bradley-Bourbonnais for Manchia. Now we're going on to the 220 weight class. We got Mac White taking on Nick Slager. What is your take on this one?
Definitely. This is when you get up into the 200s. This is gonna be a big, old school WWE style, slam them, smack them down. Very excited to see, the approach. So we've seen the two different wrestlers. One with a more upper body strength. We want to get him down on the ground, tire him out. So I'm very interested to see here what Mac White does here to start off.
Mac White's not having the greatest start to the season, 1-4, but obviously it's still early. Season's still young, and it's any potential kind of change in the match. A quick, speedy right side, so you can see, compared to just the 195, both were kind of slower. But now I was expecting, slower at 220, but no, both are blitzing and just quick on their feet.
Coming right at him. You want to try and tire him out right away. Get that advantage right away and get off the mat. Get in and get out.
Yeah, both now are kind of using strategy. It's like this kind of looks more like a boxing setup. You're kind of, doing quick jabs, quick hands in there.
UFC style here.
Yep. Almost getting close to the Mac. Mac almost was out. Now both kind of just getting the head. I think one of them are going to try to kind of just split the player, kind of just flip him over, trying to do a nice takedown.
And he's out there.
Ooh, not great there. No, another reset. But I think both are going to come out quick again, or both are going to kind of just do that head taps. She's going to just look in the position.
Who's going to bite first?
Yep, who's going to bite, and I think that's going to be the problem. That's going to be the issue. Whoever bites first, that person's going to be ready and just kind of move out the way and boom, do a quick reversal and take the other player down.
A lot of that upper body strength at play right now.
Yeah, but it's very tiring, and it's a mental strain, right? You're going to say, oh, my gosh, this match has been going on for several minutes. Sometimes these matches go up to 15 minutes, and you got to say this is all a mental game, and who can really keep pushing on till the end of the day.
Definitely. One thing I want to pay attention to their footwork. As you see, if we can go back to the wide shot, the footwork. Setting their feet, setting their stance, setting that upper body strength to kind of keep control.
Yeah, both are staying very wide. Both are kind of using their hamstrings and both of their knees and just kind of really taking a look at what we got to do. But, a great match so far.
Definitely. As you see here, we can see they haven't gone down to the ground yet. They're still working each other up top, utilizing their upper body strength, something that here, the HF program, they've really focused on. All
right, so we got an interview right now with John Falasino. What do you got to take about this match so far? Say about it.
Oh, I mean, well, I wrestle 160. I just bumped up to wrestle 170. I mean, my bad. I'm a little out of breath.
You're doing
But
good.
I mean, the kid was pretty decent, but we just work a lot harder than a lot of other teams, I think, and a lot of people really underestimate how much work we put in as wrestlers here.
Yeah, right.
You know?
Definitely. You guys came out with that fast start there.
Yeah, I was trying to get the pin first period, as you guys could see, but he got out. I think it was a pin. The ref, I don't know what the ref was looking at with his glasses, but yeah, I got the pin. Third period, 6 points. So, yeah, we're looking to get the win here.
Sounds good. What do you got to think about Santiago's and White's match so far?
Well, he wrestled a pretty good guy, I know, but he didn't get pinned. So, I mean, last year that guy pinned Romeo, I think. I don't know if you guys know who he is, but he wrestled 170 last year. He was pretty good. He beat me last year. And Santiago moved up from JV. So, I mean, we're not really expecting too much from him, but I think he did good. He didn't get pinned. They only got 3 points. So,
what's your analysis so far on Mac's game right now?
Say that again, please.
What are you doing? What do you think about Mac's game or this match right here?
Oh, he's a football player. He's strong. I wrestle him a lot. Looks like he just got caught.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got a few football players. They're pretty good wrestlers, you know. A lot of them come to get better at football, get in shape. But if we didn't have him, we would have took a forfeit and it would have been 6 points. Okay. Well, it was 6 points anyway, but he's pretty good. I wrestle him in practice. He's a good practice partner. Just a good body to have on the team, you know.
Gotcha. What do you think about Adam right now?
Adam, I like Adam a lot. I think he's the hardest working heavyweight in our room.
All right, well, thank you, John. Appreciate you coming out. Right. Good game. Yeah. And I wish you the best for your team.
Right. Wish you guys the best, too. Thank you.
All right, so as we can see, Mac took the defeat there, but no hard feelings. It's still a long night. The rest of the HF teams can still do a lot of great things.
Definitely. We saw Mac there, like John just said, if he didn't wrestle, that's going to be a forfeit. So the biggest thing that you can take away is the effort that counts. And what can you take back into the film room, and what can you look to work on with your game? What are the positives you can take from this matchup? But also, what are the negatives? Because there's always room to improve.
Of course, it's also about taking chances, right? Not every single time, you're going to get the win, you're going to get the loss, but at least giving your team a chance of getting any points on the board is going to be really important.
Definitely. That effort is what counts. You're going to have those guys that say, hey, you know what? I'm not going to try and get my weight class. Captain's going to take a forfeit. And that not only diminishes your work, but that diminishes the team's work and what you guys have done in practice all week long.
Yeah, in this matchup, this is a 285. You got Adam Tauver. This is a bit surprising because, Jackson, it just kind of switched up into the 285. So it's something that's very surprising. He's taking a chance here instead of taking the forfeit.
Thank you. 65 plus weight gain.
65. The coach, we were talking to Bradley's coach before the match, and he's like, we think Jackson's going to go up. And I'm thinking, all right, Jackson can go up, that's fine. But then I look at the weight, I'm thinking, no way he's going to go up 65 pounds.
Don't go down without a fight, Kevin. I'm telling you. He's putting up a good fight here.
He is. It's very slow right now, but obviously I need to see Adam just use that weight. I don't know his, full of strength, but I need to see just a pick up and take down. I need a body slam on the man. That's what I want to see.
I know it's cool. Get the crowd going here. Big Show, reference to WWE. There's pick him up and slam him down.
Ooh, I just as we saw right there before the refs whistle, some quick pushes away of the arms, kind of bit, tension building because, Adam wants to win this match right here.
He's trying to tire him out here.
Adam has has definitely a significant weight advantage for sure. He definitely has the power. He definitely has the strength.
If I'm Adam, I'm getting him down to the ground because I obviously have the weight advantage on the ground and I can control. I'm in full control.
So far about this match, neither player has been put down on the ground. Neither player has been pinned. Both players have stayed just kind of standing up and really just using, neck grabs and kind of just pushing of the head, really.
Thank you. It goes back to who wants to take the bite first, definitely.
Yeah, but, I'm still ready I'm still waiting to see. But, I got faith in HF's team. HF's got a lot of great powerhouses. and just a great, just organization, really. And they're just doing a great job at really teaching their players and getting them to be great as they can be.
And the first thing that comes to mind when we talk about that is commitment. They're getting about at 5:38 when we're all still in bed. And they're staying after school when we're all at home. They're committed to putting this program in a premier status here in the Southwest Suburban Conference.
For sure. Adam right now is at a 1-3 record, and right now he's down on the mat, ready to kind of waiting for the ref's whistle. But I'm ready to see how he's going to take advantage and maybe, I guess, do a reversal on him. We're going to see if he can use that strength, but right now still pinned.
Great control with the arms there by Bradley.
Yeah, but one thing about Adam, he's not letting him kind of control any piece of his body, not really any restriction, still being able to get back up.
Tovar's up. No.
Oh, slam right there by Bradley. Ooh.
We got it. We got the slam.
We got a slam. I was a bit surprised. I was thinking Adam was going to be the one doing the slam, but I guess it was
65 plus additional pounds.
Yeah, but actually that might help you, because it's not like a 200. But looking at the replay right here, there's a quick boom.
Adam didn't even know what hit him there.
Ooh, and getting already pushing off the mat. That's something you don't want to
see.
see.
Coach Sacco's questioning the call there.
Yeah, Adam, he just does not like that. I think he's getting a bit frustrated here. He's losing his, mental, I guess, strain. Once you see kind of that knockdown, you kind of feel that hurt, you're going to feel that bruise. You're like,
definitely. He's tired. He doesn't know what hit him, and he's got to get back in this matchup if he wants a chance to win.
But he's not letting any restricting kind of happening. He's kind of staying up and just really being pushed around. But he needs to let go of those arms. Really getting a pin right there of his right arm, but then letting go for a reversal. Good by HF. Good by Adam. Now going back, slowing down.
This team is trying to motivate him. Got the bench up off their feet. They're trying to give him that extra boost of energy here.
We got a lot of crowd building right now. Both sides are really building up to see this match right now. But it's really being kind of spinning around. They're just kind of going in a big circle and just waiting until he loses energy first.
Who's going to fall first? Which tower's going to fall first?
I want to see Adam win. I need to see another body slam. It's all about the body slams, in my opinion. It's big highlights, big plays.
One of the Robinson twins on the sideline giving us some motivational advice here, trying to help him finish out the match.
Robinson, I think, it's been a good leader for this team. He's definitely had some great success, but, he also teaches the players, hey, man, he also has some losses on his record. So, in a sense, you could be a great player, but even the best lose games.
Definitely. He's taking on that player-coach role, or he's also a player, but he also is coaching because he's been in it for a long time. He's a state wrestler. He's a state champ.
Even though you're, wrestling at your own weight class, it's still a team game. Even though you're not playing all together, you're still motivating other players and getting the energy and the morale up.
And that goes back to practice in the wrestling room where you are perfecting that technique and you want to share on your wisdom. You want to pass that down to the fellow younger wrestlers. And so they can pass that down. And it's all about perfecting your technique.
Yep, and there another 0-0. I think we're going to get another reset. Another slow one. This is going to definitely be one of those games that are going to go to, 5-10 minutes maybe. But, I would prefer not to happen. I want to see a quick end. But, hey, man, sometimes you got to do the strategic games and strategic as time is.
And we saw Robinson and Sacco. They want Tovar to tire him out, get him around, keep knocking around the circle here.
Adams definitely had some, losing moments, but I think he can turn this around, get some quick reversals, some escapes, and just pin him down.
Definitely, and you talk about what a win does for your confidence. It boosts that up, and it also gives you a lot of things to be proud of. So I think if he can get the win here, he's going to leave the mat with pretty positive attitude.
But one thing I noticed is that, Jackson is using a lot of his energy to kind of, take down Adam. Adam, I think, is going to be more of a slow. I think of like a tank. Right, a slow-moving vehicle.
Just slowly coming at you.
But they're going to get you eventually. I think that's what's going to happen with Adam here.
Absolutely. You never know. You never know when the take's going to fire. So,
looking at the, still looking at the footwork. Footwork, I think, is, an underdeveloped or, I guess, an underappreciated skill in wrestling. Because, you think it's pins, you think it's quick movement, but it's about that footwork and keeping, good space between them and just making sure you're getting those good placements, those fundamentals at the end of the day.
Definitely. And we see HF, they do a great job. But when it talks about fundamentals, Coach Sacco, former wrestler himself, he's big on fundamentals because at the end of the day, fundamentals are what are going to win you the match every single time.
We're still looking a lot of head grabs. This is another match. It's just staying up at both wrestlers on their feet. No one's being taken down. No one's feeling the pressure so far.
And you see the crowd is starting to gather here. They're starting to gather, all right.
Crowd's saying, hey, man, ooh, starting going down. You hear a whistle, though, by the ref, though. That almost, I got nervous there.
Now this is the match right now. All eyes on this one.
I think this is going to set the momentum. This is going to set, the passage, the chain reaction
Yes,
of
because
wins.
the next couple matches we got after this one, they're pretty exciting. We got that 113 matchup coming right up.
Yeah, 113's next. 106 is going to be a forfeit for HF. It's something you don't want to see, but it is what it is. But right now, 285, back down to 20 seconds again until we see more points back on the board.
Like two raging bulls going at each other here.
And now we see more aggressive play by Bradley, but it wasn't enough. Now HF starting to be able to pin.
Oh!
The team's getting excited, getting ready to push them out. Clapping by the HF team. They're feeling it. They like the energy.
You see the emotion on Coach Sacco and Robinson's face. They're all in here.
Doing some quick moves, some, like quick plays, just in basketball, quick, fist up, one down, quick movements right there. It's like the tortoise and the hare, right?
Absolutely.
Are you gonna win a quick one, or are you gonna win a slow one right now?
Definitely. See the replay here. The team is high. Robinson is up and off his feet here.
Yeah, he's playing. Muscle. He's showing the strength being displayed by HF.
Definitely a lot of strength from both sides. Definitely. And we gotta give it to him. 65+ pounds added on.
Adam did take that one. Something you don't want to see, but it is what it is.
Definitely.
Then going to the 106. Weight class take. McCann is going to take the win there. HF forfeits, which means to get right into that 113, the matchup of tonight.
Definitely. Preston, our reporter, sideline reporter, talked about it earlier tonight. You see two former state athletes about to go head-to-head.
You're looking at Deion Johnson's record so far. He's 7-2 this year. He's returning third in state. And then he's going against Ethan Spatch, who's also, fifth in state last year. Both in-state competitors.
And a fast start here.
Yeah, both are going to use their speed because, this is when you get to those lightweight kind of competitions, they use their agility and their speed to really take over.
Almost ran into the HF bench there.
I think a new strategy in this one is going to be lifting up the other player's leg and just kind of doing their balance. As you see right there by HF.
Right there.
Just kind of stretching the player out like some quick yoga.
Ooh, down.
What a just flip right there by HF.
Came right out, knew exactly what to do, and you called it, Kevin. Got him by the leg, got him up, and put him right back down.
It's pretty much like a spinning, like a ballerina, and just a quick spin and pin him down on the mat.
Very synchronized movements when you talk about wrestling. We see the replay here. Very synchronized. Got him up, got to set his feet, put him right down.
Yeah, it's a quick thing. You lift up one leg and you start kicking. Just it's like a tree, You start with X and you kick, kind of go down a little bit low, and when you get to the last one, and just topples everything over.
The nice big timber.
The timber right there, as we can see. But now both players are down on the floor, legs are kind of like mountain climbers. That's kind of the exercise right
definitely.
there. Now both back up, both pinning each
Reminds
other.
me a lot of those bear crawls. You get crawl from one end all down on one fourth down to the other, jumping down and back.
Yep. No, both kind of grabbing for the neck, trying to just kind of pin, just clip slaps at the thighs.
Definitely, and a lot of fast movement here. You talked about this in this 113 weight class. A lot of fast, quick movements here. They're very agile on their feet.
But both their skills, and they know what is their weaknesses and what are their strengths, and they're going to move away from those and just exploit the other opponent.
Definitely.
With these matchups, you got to ensure that things are going to go great. Right now it's 9-24 for the score. The guests are up right now. Bradley's up, but it's still a long night.
Still
and HF's got their big hitters towards the end. It's their late bloomers.
Back to back.
Yeah,
that's
the late bloomers, right? They're gonna, it's gonna be sneaky. Bradley may be up right now, but at any moment, H is gonna come right the last seconds. I think their last four matchups, they got a lot of great players. 3 of the last 4 are top 15.
Definitely.
You got a top 15, a 3, and a 2.
As the saying goes, save your best for last.
Got to leave it off with a sweet note. The crowd.
Leave a room for dessert,
yeah, just a little bit, hint of spice, a little bit of lemon just on top. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. HF's going to look to finish this off one strong.
Yeah, but still, Deion Johnson and both Ethan Spatch. Great two competitors. Now they're slowing down. A little bit more tired, but still being more strategic.
And definitely. And, these are two former top 5 state guys. And we see it here in their technique and the way they're going about the match. Strategically going at each other, planning out their moves. We see why they were top 5 in state last year.
Yeah, looking at Spatch, I just looked at that right shoulder. You could see that Deion's really going for that right shoulder. You just see a lot of red.
That bruising,
some
that
bruising.
red is starting to bruise up there.
Yeah.
He's tagging that shoulder in full charge.
I believe that's after the flip, that ballerina play. I'm going to leave it a ballerina play, but, just that takedown.
That weight definitely on that shoulder. They're going to keep attacking that. Going to be a point of emphasis throughout the match. The ref had to go put on his glasses.
Yeah, right now it's 2-2, starting again with 200 seconds on the clock. And both players, really starting out both kind of going low. I know it's very with these kind of lighter weight classes, they put their heads down, kind of like an ostrich. Put their head down in the stand.
Definitely. There's two Rams getting ready to butt heads. Boom, right.
Yep. Right now looking at Dion. He's grabbing both of Ethan's hands and kind of just clasping them together.
Restricting his movement, making him use that upper body strength.
For sure. Dion is being strategic, but Ethan knows what he's doing. Both of these are skill players. They've definitely been in the film room, been in the weight room. Well, not necessarily been, I guess, conditioning themselves, because with these lighter weight classes, it's about miles at that point. With the bigger weight classes, maybe you could say it's a sprint, maybe you could say it's a mile. But with these lighter weight classes, it's all about the sprint. You're not going to get a guy off guard in these matches.
Definitely. It's full force for the whole entire duration of the match.
Yeah, now Dion's finally got positions, finally on top of Ethan right now, but it looks like the ref just whistled a 4-2 point right now, 4-2 point score. Looking at the replay, quickly looking at that play by Dion.
Went straight at him.
Yeah, grabbing those legs and kind of using that force and momentum. Momentum. You got to use your opponent's momentum against them.
Using his feet. We saw using his feet, throwing his body almost at him.
Yeah, another pin by Dion right now, just on top and looking right down to press the player. Looking at Ethan, he's struggling, but he's got still has a chance to turn things around. It's anybody's game until the clock hits 0 and the points are all passed out.
Definitely, wrestling's one of those where they can start off hot and fuse out like a dead fire really quick.
Both players back up, but still Dion has the hand placement. Now going for the left leg. It's kind of like an anaconda, just swirling around
wraps it around and does not let go, sucks the living life out of you.
Yeah, now he's got both feet right now, clasping at him. Ref's putting his fist up in the air, ready to award the point, it looks like almost.
Oh, no.
Ooh. Ethan was almost able to get out of that, but Dion able to take positioning. Ref whistles. Looking at the score right now, 4-2. Looking at the replay, though.
Got him. We talk about that anaconda. He's got him wrapped around there tight.
Just spinning. It looked like Ethan might have been able to get out, but Dion able to take positioning there. Back now on the mat, Dion starting with the advantage. Ethan now starting with, I guess, now on his knees. Ref's about to whistle off to start the game, start the match, continue the point system going on. Ooh, and a quick reversal, quick flip right there by Dion on Ethan. Getting ready to go. We're going to get a quick interview right now.
Look at this replay here.
By Adam. So, Adam, looking at the match, you had a really long-winded game. What do you think about that?
I think the other team put up a really good fight, and that we both did really good. I just came out on top.
Yeah, we looking at, the match, looking at Jackson, you really had the weight advantage. How'd you use that to kind of take dominance?
I also saw that my coach told me before the match that I have a lot more weight than him, and to use my weight to advantage and keep him down and be heavy on his head and just use my weight as my advantage.
Yeah, it was a long match, a lot of miles. How do you feel?
I feel very tired, but I also feel very proud that I won.
Gotcha. What do you think about the team so far this season? The season's still young, but what do you guys think?
We have a lot of strong guys in our team, and I feel like we can go really far, and I think that we can make it to state this year if we keep putting up all the good work that we're doing.
Gotcha. For tonight's matchup, who do you think really is going to have the star match of the two brawls?
Vincent Robinson.
Vincent Robinson. What do you think of his game so far?
He's outstanding. He's like one of the best, most hardworking people I've ever seen. Okay. He's the best leader that we ever could ask for.
Gotcha. I think you did really good this game. You're starting off with a good start, setting the momentum. What do you think about, setting the tone, kind of being those early matchups in tonight?
I feel like it's definitely important to win the first two matches so that as a team we feel like, I can win and, we're all have enough,
going in tonight's matchup, Sacco, he really wants to take this win. What was his messaging coming in tonight?
Okay, so his message today was that, we got to win this so that we can have a good senior night tomorrow, and that's basically it.
Well, thank you, Adam. Appreciate it. Good match, and I wish you best of luck to the rest of your team.
Thank you. Have a good one.
You too. All right, going back into the match, looking at Dion. Looking like the points were just awarded, 25 seconds back on the clock. But obviously, some great matchups so far, Adam. But then looking at the replay here. Yep, looking at Dion, trying to get position. But
got him down fast.
Yeah, Ethan's getting that quick foot. It's about getting the feet. Feet is the biggest thing about mobility and kind of restraining and kind of changing positioning.
Got the hold there, like the kid talking about the anaconda there, wrapped him around and made it a struggle for him, just a complete struggle here.
Yeah, but it's still anyone's point right here. It's about quick fire, quick matches, and quick blitzes for sure.
Definitely quick fire and.
Yeah, it looks like the end of the match, I believe. It was a great game, but Dion did come out on top. 2 powerhouses, though, but we got to go into the next one. 120, Rowan Dukes. What do you think about him?
Slowly rolling up. He's a freshman, and we talk about the experience on this team. They are, talk about Dukes here. He's a freshman. So he's coming into the program as the youngest one on this roster, one of the youngest ones, one of only 2 freshmen wrestling at a varsity level. So that definitely says something about his dedication to the program, dedication to the team, dedication to getting better. So I'm going to look to see a lot of him tonight.
Even though, Rowan is a freshman, he still was a dominant, lead so far. He's above 500 record of 4-3. Starting off with the matchup right now, starting off with Rowan, starting at the 120. We got Cam Bornman, looking at what he has to see. But a quick start off right away by Dion. Just kind of spinning around right now, both trying to get positioning for today's match.
That's what we see. They're coming out fast. 2 chickens going right at the eggs here.
Yeah, just getting pushed out, though. Looking at the replay. Starting off quick and back with the whistle.
Right at him. Just going right at him.
Looking at the game so far, it's not looking good for Rowan. Right now it's getting pinned by Cam. But still, 0-0. You got 120 seconds on the clock.
Definitely trying to get control of Duke's upper arms there, those shoulder blades up there.
Yeah, but Cam, he's got that position. He's still kind of dominant, kind of pushing down on Rowan. Got both hands and left leg pinned.
Definitely. He's trying to tire Dukes out here. He came out there fast, but he's trying to tire him out.
Yeah, but still looking like anybody's game. But, I need to see Rowan kind of take that quick flip. I need to see a reversal here. He's got both feet in the air. That's something you don't want to see. You want both feet down, so you're going to push off the ground and get out.
You want to have that roll control of that body to be able to allow that wiggle for you to get out of those submissions.
Yeah, but, it looks like, Cam's still dominating. I still got hope, though. We got 34 seconds now, 4-0 right now. We need a quick turnaround. Comebacks are still possible, but it looks like, Cam might take this one. Feet back in the air.
Definitely. HF always down by 12, so a lot of room for them to come back and really get their hopes going.
But I don't like the play by Rowan. Having both feet in the air, kind of struggling, leaves you exposed for kind of
definitely.
It's not the best way to get an escape here. You want both feet down just so you can push off the ground. Struggling, though.
Yeah, he's trying to use that upper body strength. He was trying to use those back muscles to be able to flip him off his back and get control.
Yeah, but 7-0 right now, 200 seconds back on the clock. 24-12 right now. Bradley's still up.
And we see from Bradley, they've been relentless all match. Every guy they sent out there, they've given their all. They're giving HF the fits right now.
Yeah, Bref's got to tie his shoe, make sure he's safe, make sure he's ready to watch any possible movements. But actually, that's an under thing. I'm looking at their laces. Do they got laces on their shoes? I don't believe so.
Some do not.
Some do not. I think that's beneficial. Laces might be the reason you lose because you might trip on them, and laces might actually be the reason that the match goes one way or another.
Oh, very quick start here.
Ooh, Bradley taking the lead. Cam on top right now, trying to grab the right arm of Rowan. But Rowan able to get a quick reversal and quickly getting both arms pinned.
We see Bradley and Rowan starting to get into their bench. They've been quiet most of the night, just keeping their composure. But now this match really starting to get them going here.
Yeah, Rowan's kind of crunch them up, but both players now back up, trying to grab the wrong. Ooh, a slight takedown there by Cam.
Yeah, Bradley's up off the bench here.
Yeah, all teams are looking. This is some important games. Once again, these early matchups are the tone setters, right? You can't wait until the last ones. Well, you always think, Vincent Robinson and Jaden Robinson got some star power, but it's about a team game.
You want to come out, you want to set the tone early. You want to set the expectations because that energy is going to feed off to each match. If you can come in and you can do what you have to do, that energy, it'll spread like wildfire throughout the team and really give them motivation.
Yeah, looking at the game here, 106 on 12-2 for the points. Getting it right down, Rowan now on the disadvantage, giving Cam the potential to get it start back up. Starting again. But Rowan getting ready to flip him almost. Now taking the quick reversal there, trying to grab the right leg, of Cam. Once again, kind of the ostrich movement, kind of spinning around right there, kind of jumping up. But Rowan still taking advantage here.
Yeah, so, Roman, he's starting to come back. Oh, he's got him.
He's got him right now, got him pinned, trying to take the quick kind of reversal. It's 12-4.
Yeah, you're right. Rowan does have those laces on his shoes, as we saw in the previous shot there.
And now he's kind of going for that right leg. As I noticed, one thing about these matchups, all these players really go for one leg and one arm. They don't go for both.
They pick and choose their poison.
But they're always usually going for that left leg. I know it's not really right, which is kind of surprising because usually players are more dominant on the right side.
Absolutely. 20% of the world is only left-handed, so hey.
I thought it actually was less. I have not met a lot of left-handed people.
I'm left-handed myself.
Oh well, there we go. I guess it's 50% now between me and you there.
There we go.
50%. There we go. Looking at the replay, trying to go for the pin. Dion pushing his head down on Cam. Look at that spin move, just going out.
And he just kept going. He just kept going at him. Was not going to take no for an answer there.
It reminds me kind of like a dance move. He's kind of go boom, 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 boom,
yeah,
kind of going around a circle.
That's very synchronized, anticipating each other's moves there.
It is synchronized. It's kind of like swimming. Swimming, you got to be perfection and just kind of be on task.
Definitely.
A lot of sports relate to each other. As we saw with one of the interviews, they're kind of saying, they got a lot of football players on the team, and a lot of sports kind of relate to one another. A lot of football players are coming here.
Definitely. A lot of the techniques that they can be shared. University across a number of different sports, work in their favor in these matches like this, especially for those former athletes. All about the foot placement and those certain techniques that'll get them to win.
Ooh, and both benches up right now. Ref is on the ground. Ooh, and it looks like points were awarded to Bradley there.
Brooks looks a little disappointed there as we get the close shot of his face there. Looks a little bit in disbelief. Gave it his all, though.
Yep, Cam Bornman taking the win there. Then moving on to the 126 weight class, we got Brandon Bennett and we got Ann Trinan. What do you got to say about this one?
Definitely, Bennett, definitely a guy right out coming off this Dukes match. He's got to come in fast. He's got to come in fast and try and flip this back on HF side because right now HF they're struggling a bit. They're starting to just kind of wade in the water just a little bit.
Yeah, I think Brandon's actually a new player. I think a call up because looking at the stats we're given by the head coach, he's not one of these players that's has consistent games, consistent matches up. But once again, it's about giving some guy potential because you don't want to forfeit these games because HF already forfeited 2 games with the 182 and 106 weight classes.
Yeah, definitely. With Sacco taking a risk here, putting all the chips out on junior varsity to play, there's a lot of risk, but then the award, it's very beneficial. If they can come up with a win here in this first appearance, it really set a tone.
But at least just giving guys the experience because varsity, it's a tough game, a tough matchup, but still giving a guy just some exposure.
Definitely exposure, letting them know what the future holds, and also put them around a lot of winning. HF has been a program that's been notorious for winning. So you put them around that winning mindset, it creates energy that you cannot be found at junior varsity levels. All the success, it makes them want to be successful themselves.
Right now HF needs that. You can't have many more forfeits. They're down 18 points, 30-12. Bradley up. And with, almost half, I would say, of the, matches already being done, you got to kind of take that dominance and take those points where you can get.
Yeah, for HF, they don't have very much room here. Looking at the stat sheet, we got 2, 4, 5 more matches left. They've only got 5 more matches, so they've got to come out and get a head start here quickly.
All right, well, welcome to the broadcast. So,
of course.
What do you guys say about your matchup? What do you guys say about your weight class, how difficult it is, and what do you got to take about it?
I think I had a good match. Okay. I wrestled a pretty decent kid, so I think I wrestled pretty good off of that. And wrestling at 113, them guys are pretty fast, so
Yeah, Dion, you wrestled against another, state qualifier. What kind of goes into that mentality, that kind of preparation we go into that matchup?
I'm ready to wrestle anybody, no matter who you are, so going into that match, I knew he was tough, but I was going to give him my all anyway.
Looking at the matchup that you had against him, I believe, Ethan, what was your biggest strength in that matchup?
Just to stay forward the whole match, keep the pressure on him.
So what do you think is, going into these matchups, going to these wrestling competitions, there's a lot of kind of preparation mentally. What kind of do you say to yourself? What does the coach really say to you guys to get you guys pumped up?
You got to go out there like you're the baddest person out there. It's just you and him. You got to be the best person.
All right, now looking at matchup right now, looking at Brandon's game right now, what do you think about him so far?
This is my boy. This is my practice partner, so I know he going to keep in and putting in the work. He going to put the pressure on him all match long.
Yeah, and what do you got to say about the rest of your competitors? You got the two Robinson twins.
Of course. That's something good. Y'all going to be seeing that coming up real soon. Good matches coming up. We should be good.
So, we appreciate you having on here, Dion. You're a great competitor. I wish you guys the best of luck for HF.
All right, good luck.
All right, bro.
Thank you. Appreciate it. All right. Going back into the matchups, Brandon's to 126 weight class against Antrian. What do you got to take on this so far?
Definitely fast pace. Definitely trying to get him down to the ground and get that advantage, get that dominance. And I know we keep going back to our dominance, but that's the goal in wrestling. You want to get that dominance.
You get those dominance on, but, it's something you want to see. But these guys are practice players. They really got that team effort going on and really got this connection with one another. Whoever they are, they're doing a great job to kind of get it together and figure out what they have to do to get the team on. And that's really a God thing, I got to really see what's going to do, what's with this thing. The 126 weight class is really competitive. You got guys going in here. But Brandon, is a new guy, but I think I got a lot of potential. What do you think about Brandon? Kind of getting this new exposure.
Definitely, exposure is everything. You see the big stage. You see all eyes are locked on you. And I think that definitely creates a self-esteem. Like, hey, everyone's here to check me out, so I've got to give them all. So then I'm going to go harder in practice. I'm going to go harder in the scrimmages, in the pre-games, in the warm-up. You're going to change how you carry yourself. You're going to carry yourself in a manner of a weak status.
Look at the replay here, looking at Brandon's match, kind of going quick push away and trying to get, dominance over the other player against Ann. He just really was able to get those points there. HF's really proud of him. He's able to take that victory there for HF, kind of cutting down the lead to 12 points for the team.
Definitely, and you talk about, exposure is everything. So now he's going to be a guy that the other teams, they put a little exclamation point to him, put a little star next to his name.
Yep. Now going on to the 132 matchup, we got Rob Isle Williams, a freshman for HF, taking on Max Fisher. Another great matchup because, Robin in this year, he's a freshman. Getting a freshman on varsity means you're doing pretty well for yourself.
Yeah, two out of those two, the second freshman out of the only one other one that's on the roster, and you talk about freshman wrestling at the varsity level, the effort that they put into practice and the effort that they put into kind of maintaining those skills and fine-tuning them to get to this point is really interesting to see. Congratulations, kid.
Yep, Williams, though, so far, not into the great start, 1-4 record, but I still got faith. Young season always, as you got to say, never wait. You got to see how it's going to go throughout the season.
Definitely, early on the season. So if I'm Coach Salko, I'm just looking to look for the positive for the matchup. Don't really hone in too much on that. Look for the positives. Say, hey, kid, I know it's your first big matchup. This is what you did well. Let's keep doing that. Let's make that a priority when we're in the practice gym. Keep doing what you're doing that works well for you.
Look at the matchup right now. Williams, the crowd's ended yelling from both sides of the benches. This is a high intense one. Both players really want to win this one. Both players really need this win. They're hungry. Something about both, with wrestling overall. Teams are hungry. Players are hungry. They want wins.
Definitely.
And they want to dominate.
You always want to have that sense of urgency, especially particularly in the HF center right now. The sense of urgency is key. If you want to come out onto the mat right now with that sense of urgency and try and just keep going, keep clawing it and trying to get the win.
Williams looked like he was locking up both arms of Max as well as locking in those legs. Once again, just getting between the legs, slow movements. And once you're on top, while you're kind of those fast moves to get them pinned, you kind of slow down to be like, okay, I'm going to move a couple inches here, and just get that pin.
Gives you a lot of time to process what's going on, anticipate your next move, kind of get a feeling for how you want to take the match the rest of the way.
Yeah, but right now, it's 5 points to 0, 28 on the clock. But it's looking good for HF, looking good for Williams. Another good win. You need another win on your belt. Kind of set that morale boost, kind of set that tone for the rest of these kind of key matchups that are going to be coming up in the next two.
Definitely. We got two big matchups, the Robinson brothers back-to-back. This definitely is going to absolutely, like you said, set the tone.
For sure. Going back to the match. Ooh, a nice kind of smackdown. Ooh, look like he was out. Looking at the replay, though, looking at what Williams was able to do, kind of quick taps. And look at what's going to happen. Just kind of tipping them down. Just pushing. Using that force, using that momentum to kind of really take down players.
Definitely. Just going on like a Big Mac truck coming right at you.
Yep. Clock hit 0. Back through the reset. Just looking at analysis so far of these two matchups, both players are using that kind of momentum and kind of using their agility and that conditioning to kind of use this kind of more mile type of play and kind of see what's going to happen.
Definitely. You see they're kind of taking it slowly, trying to predict each other's moves there.
All right, well, welcome to the studio. Welcome to the broadcast. What do you say about your match, about your weight class?
I wrestled up 2 weight classes. I came in confident, though, and I got the job done.
Yeah, you know, what do you got to say about your matchup so far?
What do you mean?
Looking at your match.
The match?
The match, yeah.
That's Robbie. He's one of my training partners. He works hard, and he's been wrestling for a while. And he's wrestling up as well, and I think he'll come through with this match.
You're a freshman, correct? If I just want to make sure.
Sophomore.
You're a sophomore, right? What do you got to say about that? Being a sophomore on varsity with a lot of seniors, a lot of kind of veteran players on the team.
It gives me confidence because not a lot of people are up there with us, and yeah, I try and work hard every day.
Yeah. What do you think? What would you say your strengths are for your skill set and your matchups?
Probably just being quicker than a lot of other wrestlers and using that to advantage.
How important would you say is conditioning and kind of agility in these lighter weight classes?
Yeah, conditioning is key because if you don't condition, you get tired fast, and then that's not helping you to win a match.
Well, thanks, Ron. Congrats on the win. We appreciate you coming down, and good luck for the rest of HF. All right, back onto the action for Rob. Robbie, doing great. Still having those pins, taking a 9-0 lead right now. Score still 30-18 for Bradley right now.
Definitely taking a look at the side. We got Vincent Robinson in the corner. If we get a main shot in the corner, getting going, getting warmed up for his big match. This turns definitely kind of set the tone for how the crowd reacts to Robinson when he takes the mat.
It's kind of like those, like NBA players. When you're doing warm-ups, you got their headphones on, jumping up
Very
and down.
locked in, absolutely.
But still kind of being that mentor. He's got his match up next, but he's still, by the crowd, giving those energy. And right now he's jumping up and down. Looks like he's getting pumped up and getting ready to just take down his opponent, which I believe is Levi Greenlee.
Definitely. Robinson, experience is the first thing that comes to mind with him. A guy who's seen it all and done it all. You talk about experience, he's the definition of it. He embodies that, and he practices his craft every day.
Looking back at Robbie's match against Max. Both are getting energized, both are getting de-energized, but looking at the replay, though, a quick flip by Robbie on Max, and kind of that smack down.
Really got the crowd going there. Just quick and easy, got him up and got him down.
Those smackdowns, while they might be highlight reels, there's a lot of, I guess, behind the scenes kind of effects that they kind of have. One, it's that mental thing. It's the whole crowd, you just got smacked down on the mat. And two, it's about that pain, right? You just got hit hard. We're looking at the ground, they may have the mat, but this is not, like carpet. This is not spongy flooring.
Definitely, it's not. It's a hard concrete floor right underneath this bad boy. So you get slammed down, you're going to feel every bit of it.
Looking at right here, looking at Robbie, he's going to get that reversal, almost able to get smacked down, but able to kind of push him down. Ref now on the mat, counted up the points, waiting to see if he's going to get him pinned. Struggling right now, trying to move up. Looks like the point was given. 2 points, I believe. But still, dominating over the other competitor, and really just kind of just move it around and strategically, right? Once you kind of get that positioning, you slow down.
Definitely Sako trying to calm his nerves a bit here.
Yeah, but ref's looking really close. I was always surprised why the ref gets that close, because at any moment, the wrestler could just flip him over and boom.
And boom, the ref is out of the game.
The ref's not able to see who got the point, it seems like. But I guess it is what it is. Looking at Sako. Sako's still trying to coach from the sideline, trying to give motivation, trying to get
him back
into
it, because the more matches we see, the more we can see HF starting to lose that fire in their belly there.
Some of these matchups are quick fire blitzes. They take 2-3 minutes, but some of them, they get to 5-10 minutes, and that's kind of a mental game and just kind of de-energizing for you.
And Sako very upset there, or almost got a penalty. He was about to walk in the middle of the court.
Ooh, and it looks like Max is able to get the, is it out of bounds? Or saying it is out? I believe he's saying he's out, but Max is almost able to get that positioning on Robbie. But looking at the replay, just kind of quick reversal, able to pick up his leg, just kind of push him down and kind of take that momentum against him. Might be hurt there. Ooh, it looks like some
throw up or blood, perhaps. I really don't.
I don't know. I think we might have to take a break, kind of taking a pause there. But we're Viking Television, looking good, but I think we're going to go to commercial, get some cleanup there. Viking Television, Viking Wrestling. We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to get back to you very shortly. We'll see you how long the cleanup takes.
What is it, throw up or blow? Throw up.
Closer than you think. Start near. Go far. Prairie State College.
The village of Flossmoor is somewhere where you can feel attached and welcome in something very special. The heart and soul of a small town steeped in history and energized by diversity and inclusiveness in all its forms. Flossmoor is where you want to be.
And we're back. Still cleaning up the mess, but I guess we can...
Welcome to Glow Salon and Spa, where we can make all of your beauty needs come true. We have it all, from hair to nails and so much more. Book on our website, call into our store, or come into our location. Glow Salon and Spa, your new home for all things beauty.
Want a free roof? Ask us how. Veteran-owned company specializing in wind and hail insurance claims. We work directly with your insurance company to minimize your stress and to maximize your claim.
Good thing I've got good speed cycles to make my dreams come true. So come on down to Good Speed Cycles, we'll do the same for you.
Back to Viking television for some Viking wrestling here at the field house. We had a bit of a spill up by Robbie, but it is what it is. It's a stressful game. Sometimes it just happens, but you got to get back into that mentality and get back right to the game.
Those nerves got to him there, but what I want to see is how does he recover? How does he come back from this little break, and how does he come back and try and get the win here?
In some ways that might be beneficial, just for the fact that with these whole wrestling moves, they're really draining. So just kind of get that break so you can kind of get your energy, get quick breath, take a break, get some water, get you back into the game. Ooh, and a takedown by Max on Robbie. Benches are clapping.
Up here.
They're loving it. Both sides of the bench are looking. Socko's not looking happy. He's turning away. He can't look. Looks like the points given 4 points right there. That's what you want to see. Robbie was able to put up 14 points in this match. So obviously losing up 4 points is something you don't want to see by HF.
Robbie's got to get back into it. Coach Sacco, he's doing all he can, but then the wrestler's one that's got to do the execution, get it done on the mat.
Robbie right now looks like a pretzel, looking like I'm kind of grabbing between the leg and the neck area, trying to pin. Whistle blown. Look at the replay here. We can clearly see just kind of Robbie's match and just take down.
Got him down.
By Max. Max was able to
kind of
get
him up off his feet there.
Yeah, some of those was unexpected moves, but Robbie was able to take the victory there, get up another points, and it sets the lead now. She kind of cuts it down to only 8 points. Bradley up 30-22.
Definitely, HF kind of making that comeback. Just hitting him with a couple jabbers there, but I feel like the knockout punch was about to come up because we got the big one coming up here.
Yeah, we got Vincent Robinson. He's second. In the state, he's second in state twice, 2 runner-ups, facing off against Levi Greenlee, who's also ranked, I believe. 2 powerhouses. A lot of these star matchups, both teams have star players who really know what they're doing and got skills to pay the bills.
Definitely, skills to pay the bills is the name of the game. They're both very versatile in what they can bring to the table. Robinson, he can do it up top, he can do it down low. Very versatile in what he brings to the table. And let's see what approach he takes here.
Vincent on the season is 11-2, so clearly he knows what he's doing for sure. But you can clearly see that about his returning state runner-ups. But this is his senior year, so I think this is his year. He's going to finally win state. He's going to take that energy, take that fuel, and really show at his weight class at 138.
Definitely, he's got a goal. He's a very ambitious young man. You talk to him, you talk about his dedication to the sport of wrestling. You talk about what he does. The amount of hours he puts in. He's dedicated to this game. He wants to give it all.
both crowds. I think everyone really wants to see this. This is one of those marquee lineups, marquee matchups
We've
that
got
everyone
it
wants to see.
started here on our sheet, so it's definitely one of ours here.
Yeah, it's really something you want to see. Two guys who really like the game, who really like the sport, and really want to dominate. Looking at here right now, Vincent and Levi. Both kind of going for position, that net grabs. Ooh, and a quick one by Vincent, able to kind of take control there.
Going at him, like I said, he can do it up top, he can do it down low. Looks like he's trying for the down low approach.
And a spin here, actually a different type of pin move where he's actually on the bottom and has Levi on top. Usually you have, the player
the other
on
way
the bottom.
around, absolutely.
Yeah, it's a different strategy. But hey, man, he's 11-2 for a reason, so he clearly knows what works for his skill set.
Definitely a guy that can do it all, and the guy that's dedicated to his craft and always perfecting what you see him in him. He's always looking at ways to improve his game.
One thing about both Vincent and Levi is they're kind of like spiders, I think. They're quick, agile. Those other players, while they're very quick, these guys are just boom, 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 and they're just in half a second.
Absolutely.
They're on a different position already.
They're getting it done, and we see here, listen, coming out fast, trying to get the pin already here.
Yeah, great wrestling move by Vincent to pinch kind of Levi and kind of just collapse him here. It's something you want to see. And it's, we're going to take a quick interview, and we're going to see. Welcome to the booth. So, what are you going to say about your weight class and about your match tonight?
I didn't wrestle my real weight class. I went up to 32. I'm really 20, though. And I wrestled 32.
Yep. So what is your takeaways from your matchups? What were your strengths? What were your weaknesses?
My weaknesses was he was strong. He was real strong. But, yeah, I was quick on my feet. I need to get quicker on the bottom, though. That's really it.
Gotcha. Now, looking at Vincent's matchup right now, what are your takeaways? How do you think he's doing this year and just overall as a team?
Vince, he pushes everybody to work hard in the room. And then as a team, we all doing good. It's just little stuff we need to work on.
So what's it like having, Vince? You said, he's this kind of mentor. What is it like having that kind of team leader who's able to kind of guide you guys and be a captain for the whole team?
I've been around Vince my whole life. We wrestled on the youth team together, Harvey Twisters. Vince, he a good role model. He like a big brother to all of us.
Nice. So what do you think you guys got to use to kind of improve for the rest of the year and kind of change to just ensure that you guys are going to come out with a win tonight?
We all just need to push each other to work as a team. We just need each other. That's it.
Well, I appreciate you coming to the booth. Congrats on your win tonight, and I wish the best of luck for the rest of the team.
All right, thank you. Don't eat Subway before your match.
Good tip. Thank you.
Subway before the match there.
Celery. I believe it was celery.
Celery. Oh.
I believe it was celery.
I thought he said Subway.
Maybe it was Subway. Maybe it was a mix.
Subway, celery, either. They both got green in them.
Don't eat before the match. Maybe just some water. All right, going back to Vincent's match. Quick pins right here. Taking a positioning, but once again, two spider-like players with their moves and really want to take positioning here.
Definitely, you talk about the spider. Spider's very meticulous where they built their web at. We see Vincent picking and choosing where he's attacking his spots. Very meticulous, paying close attention to detail on where the spots he's really picking at and attacking.
Vincent looks like he's kind of toying with him here at this point, just kind of really looking. He's kind of just looking at him, kind of pushing his head down and trying to just take position and just kind of dominate the player.
Therefore, slow and steady runs the way. Vincent, he's just kind of doing what he does, taking his time. He's the one with experience here.
Right now it's 1-11, so I believe if the match were to end at this point, at this score, HF would take the lead. Something we want to see, as we said, they're late bloomers. Those late matchups are going to really take the turn for HF.
The comeback kids, a little reference to Shawn Michaels there. They do it. They're the heartbreak kid.
Yep, they're looking at the game once again. Levi and Vincent back now on their feet. He's kind of taking positioning here. Looks like he's knocked out. Ooh, after the whistle. Looking at the replay here. Just kind of taking position here. Then the whistle's coming off, kind of pushing off of each other. Just a quick, just kind of push grab. And then Levi was not happy. The replay didn't show up, but kind of just lifting up Vincent off the ground.
Yep, absolutely.
Back to go into it and looking up. And, it's doing great. Looking at the replay here, looking at those just kind of position and just kind of take over. just kind of get pinned. Some of you want to see it, that kind of gave Levi the points here. But looking at both Robinson twins, both are committed to NC State.
Yeah, that talks about their commitment there. Commitment to their craft, commitment to this sport. To do the sport for so long. Last guy interview we did, he talked about wrestling as a youth. So commitment to the sport, 5+ years, commitment to the sport. And perfecting your craft, that's the biggest thing, because in wrestling at an elite caliber, you see those guys, they're massive guys. So to see the Robinson twins, perfect their craft and just get offers, several D1 offers, congratulates them. They're showcase their ability to adapt.
Yeah, wrestling and sports as a whole, is a kind of teamwork, a brotherhood. But these two really are brothers. And they're doing great. I'm looking forward to what they're going to do in the future. They got, a lot of potential. They got star power. They're ranked for a reason, and they're just great players overall.
Definitely great players, and then great guys off the mat as well. You talk to them, they're great guys. They're very recognizable in the hallways of the school, and great personalities, great guys to talk to as well. So just congratulations to them on our NC State commitment.
Yeah, they stick together. On the mat, off the mat, they're always going to be together. They're always going to be helping each other out, guiding each other, and ensuring both are kind of on that pathway to victory and going to do great. But at the conclusion of the match, Vincent did take the lead there, take the points, and right now it is 30-27. Bradley is still up by 3, but truly it is anybody's match here.
Definitely, we talked about it. We want to see HF come back here toward the end. These were the back-to-back matches that we had started here. So we're going to look to see them come out early and Griff this next match and really put them on top here.
Looking at the replay here, looking at Vincent, able to just kind of pin down and smack down Levi and just able to kind of get those points and ensuring the lead there for the team.
Definitely. I said he can do it on top. He can do it on bottom. We saw a great display of both there.
Yep, and then I believe we're now going to the 145 weight class. Jaden Robinson taking on Ty Starr. A great matchup here. Looking for a good one. 2 star players, both ranked in the state.
Definitely. We see here second Robinson brothers also NC State commit as well. So definitely it runs in the family, shall we say.
Even he's a junior. This year he's coming in at a 9-2 record. He's a returning 3rd place in state. So he clearly has the strength, and he clearly has, just the mentality to really be a great wrestler in today's game.
Not only a great wrestler, but we talk about leadership. Here. Both of them. We see them on the sidelines here, coaching them, even when they're preparing for their matchup. They're constantly trying to give advice and better their teammates.
Because they both know that it's a team sport. While
Absolutely.
you may maybe wrestling individually, doing your own moves, but it's about just creating team spirit, right? Everyone is working individually, but you're working as one big whole, one big pie. You are representing the HF Vikings.
Everyone has a part of the train that they're responsible for, and everyone can do their job. That train can move smoothly on the tracks.
Yeah, looking at the matchup here, Vincent able to get in between Ty Starr's legs, kind of getting those matched up and kind of twisting him and kind of just pinning. Right, always going for that one leg. Usually the left leg is the kind of the most, targeted position or targeted body part for the other opponent. Right now, laying on top, opposite of his brother Vincent, who really goes for kind of more, quick play, spiral-like movement.
He's taking his time here.
Yeah, JD, he is a big, higher weight class.
145.
So using kind of more strategic, more slower movements, and just kind of being more.
Trying to tire the point it out, definitely.
For sure, But, Jaden, is a smart guy. He knows what he's doing as well. Both these brothers, they coach each other. I think, growing up, they definitely wrestled together. They definitely worked each other, helped each other's games, helped each other develop great wrestling moves in order to be the best players they can truly be.
Definitely, you talk about a commitment, them relying on one another to get the job done, as we see in the replay here. Definitely, just going at him like a bear, eating his prey, going right at him, relentless.
Right now it's 4-1, back onto the clock, 200 seconds. Jaden with the disadvantage, giving Ty Starr the potential to garner some points, getting a pin down, getting some movements in order to kind of get, a lead back and kind of help Bradley-Bourbonnais, whose lead just been cutting ever since these last few matchups when they were up by 18. Now the lead's only 3.
And we see definitely HF, the dedication. They were down early and big, but Coach Sacco, you see him on tell him, stay with it, stay committed, and success will follow. And we've seen that here so far.
Ty Starr going for more of a bear hug approach. He's kind of having both arms locked in between Jaden. But, it's a great matchup so far, and we're really hoping for a good one here. And, in the booth right now, we're going to have Vincent. He's going to talk about his game. Welcome to the booth. Appreciate you coming in.
Yes, Thanks, Vincent.
So what do you think about your matchup? What do you get? Your takeaways, your strengths, your weaknesses in today's game?
I was just trying to pin him because I got one pin this whole season, so we been just in the room working pins and I ain't get it. But I mean, it's cool.
You know, you're coming into the season. You're 11-2. You're returning state champ, runner-up twice. What's your mentality this year to kind of get into the game and maybe even win today's states?
I'm just hungry. I'm just hungrier than everybody at my way right now. So.
You know, we
I won't anymore.
You know, we heard you and Jaden are committed to NC State. What was that whole process like?
It was just exciting because we was planning on it. Wherever I go, he was gonna go. So, and he just liked the culture anyway.
You know, we were watching you from the silence from the booth. We were seeing you're coaching the other teams, so you're really kind of this more mentor kind of style player.
Yeah, I coach everybody throughout the room, so it's big or small.
You know, what's the importance of kind of getting that team morale up? You know, you're kind of this star player. You know, everyone's looking at you for guidance. How do you really kind of send that message?
I just got to bring the energy every time I'm in the room, every time I'm around them. And if I don't got the energy, then nobody will do. So I just bring the highest energy I can bring to the team, and they just tee up with me.
Right. Well, that's great to hear. Thank you, Vincent.
Yes,
Great match tonight. I wish you guys the best of luck for the rest of the matches.
Good luck.
All right, looking back now, the brother looking at Jaden, looking at how he's doing.
And he talked about it. They're committed. They're committed to keeping each other going. And you talk about it. They're each other's keepers. You know, we see here on replay, very similar to his brother here, working that hand. They have similar techniques, and they utilize them both to their advantage.
You know, these, as we said, these are brotherhood. You know, they're going to work together. As they said, they're excited. They're ready to be together. You know, they're ready to commit to each other and help each other develop their game. You know, with wrestling, as I said, it's an individual sport, right, when you're on that mat. But at the end of the day, you need other people to help motivate you, help people practice, help people just understand what your strengths, what your weaknesses is to develop your game and be an even player.
Definitely. You get it? A family member. You're going against your blood there. And there's that extra competitive nature to go at them and try and get that win, whether it's Vincent or whether it's Jaden.
You know, but it's a friendly type of competition at the end of the day. Looking at the matchup, though, looking back at Jaden, scores 6-2, 134, 133 seconds now left on the clock. And, he really is going to take the matchup. You know, if we're able to get those points for HF, they're going to be able to take the lead.
Be big. Flip this game on his head. You see HF, brother, there, Vincent, coach him on the sideline. That motivating factor, that will, that pusher, that guy that's going to keep you going. He's keeping his brother going right now.
Yep, Jaden right now, he's on top of Ty Star. Get that position, trying to cross up the legs and really trying to pin them down, getting between the neck area, standing up. They're really trying to get that kind of strategic takedown for both sides. 8-3 right now, 56 seconds left.
Yeah, coming towards the tail end here. Who's gonna get enough strength and take over this match?
Yeah, we don't have a lot of matchups left. I believe we only have
2 more.
We have 2 more after this. So really, those 2 are going to really come down to the wire and really be the deciding factor
Very
whether
crucial.
or not. Whether HF is really going to take the lead and take the win tonight's game.
Got Jermaine Bubble coming up, ranked top 15 at his weight level. We see here at this matchup, trying to finish him out. Got less than 30 seconds to go, so he's got a sense of urgency. That clock's going off in his head. I've got to finish, and I've got to finish now.
Yeah, Vincent's yelling to the brother Jaden. Jaden's kind of go quicker now, kind of go spin moves, kind of take a flip right there.
Got
hitting him. Between them, both sides yelling. Sako wants the point.
He's got him.
We got him there. Sako happy looking to replay here.
Before the buzzer, what a finish there.
Quickly looking to kind of grabbing between his stomach, pushing his head down. Is kind of ready to jump up and ready to get down on those plays. Nitty gritty, but Jaden able to get a win just like his brother Vincent and help lead the team. Now HF's winning 33-30.
What a comeback.
Yeah, what a comeback. But hey, as I said, this is a late bloomer team. They're going to come out at the end, kind of take those points and help HF kind of take dominance and help the team kind of set that message.
Definitely. Talk about that commitment and that fight, that heart, never giving up. We see all throughout the matches that we saw today, and we see that on the sidelines. They've got each other's back, and they're going to have it for all matches here tonight.
Yep, now we're going to the 152 weight class. We got HF Jermaine Butler, a ranked top 15 at his weight, taking on Bradley's Grant Washington, the second to last matchup for tonight.
Definitely. You talk about Jermaine, a kid that I've known for quite some time here at HF. You talk about his dedication to his craft. You always talk to him. He's always in the gym practicing. He's always looking to find ways to better himself, better the skills that he always has, to fine-tune them, and make himself an overall better wrestler. But this kid's got a great personality. Very interested to see what he's got to show tonight.
Look at this matchup. Quick aggressiveness, quick play, and just kind of spinning and just kind of getting that positioning. Both players seem to be like more blitz, wrestling moves.
Just 2 pit bulls going at each other, fighting over the last piece of chicken here.
Yeah, just kind of going really at it. Jermaine really able to pin, I guess. Grant able to get those legs up. His legs up in the air, showing that
Coach
weakness.
Roberts loved it. Oh, almost knocked the ref out there.
He's picking up. It's like a baby, defenseless. He really needs to get positioning back on the floor now, actually get some foot positioning. Finally able to kind of get really back onto it. But still, Jermaine able to get that positioning. Both players now back up.
Definitely got both sides going up off their feet here.
Both are trying to get that one leg up to kind of take the takedown, kind of get both players up in the air and just get a smack down. Slowing down now a little bit. Vincent kind of sending that message. He's kind of coaching him, hey, man, you got to do this. Sacco up. He's congratulating Jaden for his win. But Jermaine.
We talk about this HF program. They're dogs, so we see it here.
Yeah, a lot of spin with Jermaine just flipping him. And it looks like, oh, my gosh, feet in the place. Both got other sides. Both got each other's feet. Jermaine looking back thinking, all right, now I got to strategically do this, kind of flip him.
Gotta get that foot free.
I think he's going to try to maybe do a spin move here, trying to do a reversal.
Oh, he's up. He's got him. Oh.
He's got his leg. They got each other's legs, it looked like that.
Got him caught up there. Looking at that replay.
Replay there. Quick moves right here. It's something you want to see. But now we got Jaden Robinson back in the booth. He just coming off as well. Welcome.
Thank you.
How was, your matchup? It was a long one. What was your strengths? What was your weaknesses coming in tonight?
So basically I got the air knocked out of me during the second takedown, I guess. And then that's when I started getting a little tired and everything. Jermaine just got the pin. Yes, sir.
Yeah, what kind of goes into that game? Sometimes, when there goes longer matchups, what's kind of that mental, I guess, messaging you got to tell yourself to keep going and just with that whole conditioning process?
I be telling myself when I'm in the match or before I get in the match that I'm the best one out here, and nobody better than me on my feet in Illinois. Just because one kid is above me, that don't mean I can't get above him. I could really get a state title this year for the school and for my brother for his last year for sure.
We were just talking with Vincent. We heard you both committed to NC State. What was that whole process? He's saying it's exciting. You guys are able to stay together. What's wrestling, just kind of being together and growing up with that whole sport?
Yeah, me and my brother been talking about it for a brief minute, a while, saying, what if we go to the same college? You know how good we will be? And just by seeing him in the future with me in college and helping me through college and winning the NCAA title together, I feel like that we can make history together as brothers, as blood.
What do you got to say about right now? We're looking at, I believe, Jeremy's game right now. What do you think about his matchup?
We worked on Jeremy. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We worked on him a lot. We worked on him a lot in practice. He used to be doing a lot of dumb things, but we fixed it. See, now he on his back. I just hope Jeremy get the pin right now.
All right.
We got to get this pin.
Final question we got for you tonight. What do you think about the team overall? It's a long season. You guys just started off. What's kind of going on for the rest of today's, I guess, matchup, for the last matchup, and just going forward?
The last matchup, for sure, this is one of my first home. This is my first home duel. I don't know what happened last time, but yeah, just it's like a change. The team changed. We work harder in practice. And everybody just pushes each other to keep going. And look at us right now.
All right, well, Jaden, appreciate you coming down. Congrats on your win. HF's got the lead. It's good to see.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Going now to Jeremy. Finish off this last matchup, 160. Jeremy Thomas going up against Tyler Corona. Right now, as you can see, HF's up 39-30. HF's got to get in that turnaround. But looking at Jeremy's matchup, getting the pin on Corona.
That's where Jeremy's coming out fast here.
Coming up fast here, but both are trying to get the pin. This is the last matchup. Everybody's up on their feet right now, both benches. A lot of stands as well, a lot of players, looking up and just kind of see how is this going to end up for both sides.
Definitely, HF, they came back, and now they're looking to top it off of the gardens on top,
Ooh, Jeremy's up in the air right now. Well, not up in the air, but kind of on top of Tyler.
Parallel to Tyler there.
But still, Jeremy's on the bottom right now. He needs to get unpinned. He's got to take that strength, but zero, I think the whistle called there, 2 minutes. It looked like Vincent was coming onto the map. Looking at the replay here, though, Jeremy and Tyler, that quick head grabs, and Tyler just able to kind of momentum, kind of get down and get that positioning right there.
Yeah, definitely. Jeremy looks like he's got the wind knocked out of him there.
Looks a bit tired. He's talking to the ref. He needs another second maybe.
It looks like he could possibly be hurt here.
Could be hurt. Looks like, Sacco might be kind of step in to give to the ref. Kind of talking to breathe, maybe take a break. Something you don't want to see. All right, well, look at your Viking TV. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to go to commercial break.
Known to be the funeral home that works with you. We would be honored if you considered us to serve you and your family.
Flossmoor Animal Hospital is a full service dedicated to providing the finest professional veterinary care for your pet. Our mission is to offer the best animal health care available. Flossmoor Animal Hospital, providing excellence in pet health care.
If you ever need a second home, Flossmoor Library is there for you.
Do you want to add carpet to your floor? Well, Bernard's Flooring can get the job done right. Perhaps you want your carpet taken up and you want to add vinyl flooring. Then you know who to call. Bernard's Flooring at 773-671-4174.
All of this, a great matchup. This is the last match up right now. It's looking great. It's looking good. It's something you want to see. But we got another player in the booth. How's it doing? How are you going? How's your weight class and how's your matchup tonight?
My weight, I'm going 152. The match tonight, got a little work in. Not a lot. It's not a lot.
All right, Jeremy, you're top 15 in your rank. You're doing good. What's kind of that whole mentality process through the whole year and through these matchups?
You just got to know that you're the best. You got to know that you top 15, you a target. So you gotta know that and wrestle with that in your mind.
With wrestling, it's a huge mental strain. A lot of things going on in your mind. Things happen quickly. How do you stay focused and how you keep, stayed on the game?
Music. Music is a big part of my warm-up, my routine. That keeps me focused in the match.
We see Vince, he's been really kind of this mentor player. He's kind of coaching everybody. What's that like having a player like that?
It's good. He taught me a lot of stuff. I've been wrestling with him since forever, like 8 years. So he's been a real mentor.
All right, just last question. What's your takeaways for the whole season? What do you guys need to do to improve? What's the messaging going on? What are you guys looking forward to?
We're looking for the winning state and trying to be top 1. We know we got a target on our back, top 7. So, yeah.
All right, Jermaine. Well, congrats on your win. Appreciate it. Good luck to your Vikings. All right, thank you. Going back to the match, this is right again, back into Jeremy's matchup against Tyler.
It has been back and forth, Kevin.
Now literally everyone, we have a very poor view right now of the match.
We cannot see a thing besides what we see on the replay monitor.
And Jeremy's laying down on the ground, it looked like. He's slow to get up. Looking at the replay, he's getting pinned, pushed head down.
Push that head right. Oh, that elbow on the top of that head there.
That's not head, because that's something you want to see. The head, the mind and the mind over matter. The head's an important thing. Something you don't want to see. But it looked like Tyler did come out with the win there. HF was able to win though, 39-36 for the points. A great game here. What are your big takeaways for all of tonight's matchups?
Dedication and, not giving up, listening to that voice in your head. Don't give up. Keep going. And we saw that in every single match. Whether they win or lose, they always took something positive away from the match, And towards the end, when they were down, they did not give up without a fight. And we saw here, and that resulted in a win tonight.
Coming down, they were starting off tonight's matchups, going through the first, several games. It was 18. They were down 18, and they were able to come up by 3. The huge turnaround, and that's thanks to kind of their late bloomers. You got Dion in there who's able to help, Vincent, Jaden, Jermaine.
Absolutely.
Just kind of those last 4 matchups really kind of step it up and get it all together and help this team really figure out what they need to do in order to really set the message for the rest of the year.
Definitely, and they got it done. You talk about that brotherhood mentality. They keep talking about it as we see they're celebrating here. They had each other's back every single match. They were constantly coaching them, motivating them, and we saw that energy feed off them, and it was a great time to be here and just around this great environment. Got Coach Saka coming over for a quick interview here, guys.
He's the head coach. We're going to see what he has to say. Where am I sitting down? Yeah, you can sit down right here, Sako. All right, well, looking at tonight's match, you guys came out with a victory, 3 points
holy
now.
Cow, right?
39 to 36.
We're the Cardiac Kids. Last home meet, we tied and lost by tiebreaker, so it was kind of the same type of situation.
We were watching your matchup. You guys were down 18 at one point, and then we were saying, well, we were looking at the matchups you gave us. We saw the stars. We're saying, hey, man, it's going to be a late bloomer type of thing. What's kind of going through your mind when you kind of see that scoreboard? Do you get worried? What's kind of your messaging to the team?
No, because you got some hammers coming up, so it's just about, like JJ, that was big time getting that pin, because that's a match, you know that they can't score more than 6. So I knew going into Jeremy's match, like if we're up 7, we can't lose. And we've been through this. When we wrestled Lincoln Way East, we were up by 6 with 1 match left. And I told Robbie, I said, we can't get pinned. You don't get pinned, we win. He did. It goes to tiebreaker, we lose. So it's all about just that kind of mental, figuring out the points. And I knew once Jaden got that pin, that's a good kid he wrestled. So I didn't expect that at the end. He got that kind of roll through cradle, got the pin. I knew JB was going to get the pin at 52, so it was a lock. We wanted Jeremy to win that match. You don't want to end on a loss, of course, but big team win for us. That's our first dual meet win of the year.
Yeah.
So we lost a close one against East. And the scary thing is, guys, we haven't had our full lineup yet. We have not had a competition with our full lineup of our 14 wrestlers. So we're just grinding, man. We're grinding every day, and this is a big one for us because I know nobody likes losing. So it was a big win for our team.
Getting a win, is important. What's kind of your messaging for the rest of the year? What's your kind of your plan to keep going and just kind of get that energy to keep, I guess, flowing through?
It's just build on the team win, right? And you watch our guys on the bench there. They love it, man. They love rooting on their teammates. They love cheering them on. And then you got JJ and Vince that are brothers. The messages always get better. I don't care how good I don't care that we got 3 returning state placers and we got favorites to win a state championship. It's all about getting better, and we went to a really hard tournament last week on the Ironman in Ohio, and we only had 1 placer. We had 1 kid place, that was Vincent. So it humbled some of our guys, and it makes them realize, we're pretty good, but we got a long way to go. And you got to challenge your top guys always, and they set the tone. Vincent and JJ and Dion's like, as they go, we go. So I knew coming up to those big matches, we matched up well with this team because they got some hammers too, and you got to give them credit. They wrestle hard, man. They battle. But you just keep getting better. That's what it's all about.
All right, well, Sacco, congratulations on the
Appreciate
win tonight.
Appreciate it, guys.
You did a great job, and I wish you guys the best of luck for the rest of the year. We're going to take a quick break, and you're watching Viking television, finishing off with Viking wrestling. We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to get back to you very shortly.
Ride to downtown Chicago. Here in Flossmoor, we celebrate a rich diversity of cultures and bring neighbors together with flavorful festivals, afternoons at the park, and a whole spectrum of inspiring community projects and volunteer opportunities.
Brooke & Bailey Consultancy, project management and digital marketing agency. Located at 4137 Sauk Trail Suite, 347 Richton Park. To learn more, visit brookbailey.com or contact 312-809-3994. Brooke & Bailey Consultancy.
Welcome to Product Freak.
Located at 3321 Balmer Road, Flossmoor, Illinois. To contact Product Freak Beauty Shop, call 708-914-4767.
Knickknacks is a family-owned and operated small business located at 2135 183rd Street, Homewood, Illinois. From custom t-shirts to embroidered hats, Knickknacks has it all. If you ever need HF gear or merchandise for a club, stop by.
Thomas Photographic is where seniors go to be seen. With our custom sessions, we highlight you. Call 708-960-4265.
And we're back. You're watching Viking television for some Viking wrestling. That was concluded tonight's matchup. It was a 39-36 victory for the Vikings, getting that 3-point win. Kind of coming back late, down 18, kind of reversal. Kind of seeing those last several matchups there as it continued the lead. But my name is Kevin Giebeck.
I'm Kello Fargo.
And we're signing off. We wish you guys the best. Good evening, and we'll see you guys for the next broadcast.
Happy holidays, guys.
See ya.